Previously on ALC201.
Last week we interrogated the various ways in which we learn, from reading and researching, to watching videos, to attending lectures and seminars, to discussing and debating online and in class, to making things. And all of these are crucial aspects of the unit, and I hope you'll engage with them fully throughout the trimester. We also thought about our own personal context, reflecting on where we are coming from and also where we hope to go in relation to digital media. A few students very generously offered to share their initial thoughts with us.
I'm Mitch Finlayson. This is my fourth year studying media and communications at Deakin. I work full-time also, so not far away until I finish my degree, but I'm here and doing this unit because I'm a big user of social media and stuff, but probably not getting the most out of it I could. I'll probably read a little bit, I take in the information, but I want to get 100% out of it. I want to probably presume a bit more, produce a little bit more information, and get more active and involved in it. So that's why I'm here.
My name's Tori Aston. I'm a third year film student here. I only just started doing media and communications last year. I don't know too much about this unit, but I like it so far.
I'm Stefan and I study media communications, majoring in journalism. I chose this subject because, media and journalism, go hand in hand.
I don't really use much social media. I actually just re-logged back on Facebook yesterday after not having it for 3 months. I tend not to like it. Just too much advertising on it.
I've got a Twitter account, for example. I actually look at Twitter often, but I don't usually tweet or interact with other Twitter users. It's just I just use Twitter for news, but maybe I can start, getting more involved. Same with, say, my LinkedIn account. I just made it people just make these things because it's there and people tell you to. So I hope to actually, update it and start using it more frequently and hopefully get something out of it.
Hi, I'm Daniel Young. I'm doing international relations. I picked this unit as an elective because I'm interested in media. I don't really know that much about it, but I'm interested in learning how to disseminate widely and share my opinion and my passion about politics. I'm hoping that I can learn, a bit more about how this impacts my life and how I can have a greater influence through this.
My name is Sarah. I'm studying media and communications and I'm also majoring in public relations. So what I'm hoping to get out of the unit is probably to use my Twitter profile a bit more. I think I go through phases of using it a lot, mostly when it's Melbourne Storm season and I'm using it to follow the games and the players and the statistics and stuff like that. I have used it for public relations purposes as well, and I've met quite a few people out of it. I actually met a girl who interned at Melbourne Storm, so it is handy for things like that as well. But I'm hoping to use it more for university, hopefully to get some conversations with other people in the class. That'd be really cool as well. So yeah, just engaging with people more I think would be really good.
Another thing we did was explore and critique the Media Studies 2.0 approach, and we thought about what it might mean for us in this unit.
And what do you think about this idea of, in Media Studies 2.0, of participating through building learning resources as you are with this meLecture here?
I don't mind it. It is like cresting the wave, I suppose. There's about as much chance of falling into it as there is of somehow staying on it and then realising you want to go back on it again. I don't know how that analogy really relates to media, but either way, there's a lot of paths you can go with it. I don't know where I'm going to go or if I can go anywhere with it, but I look forward to finding out.
Hi everyone, welcome to meLecture 2. As you saw there, over the last couple of years I've included the participation of some willing students. And I won't be doing that this year as such because I'm only teaching one seminar myself and it would be way too cruel on the students who I've got to do that on a weekly basis. But nonetheless, I'm going to try a few different things and I'll pop into the other Burwood seminars perhaps from time to time and maybe get on Vine with Twitter, and so keep an eye out for that kind of thing. But I really wanted to show that footage of previous students' goals and ambitions coming into the unit to demonstrate a few things. Number one, the students we have coming into this unit are a very diverse cohort, and it's the same this year. It's a really great thing, and it shows the relevance of digital media generally. And probably more importantly, number 2, is that you don't have to be an active user of social media coming into this unit. As you saw from those videos, a lot of students aren't, but everyone kind of knows they need to be in the different contexts of their study. So what we hope over the coming weeks is that that's what you start to do. And remember that you can use Twitter or even YouTube or a blog site to create media that actively contributes to the unit's content. A lot of students have already started doing this through the creation of their About Me page, which they've shared on the Cloud Deakin discussion forums, or even tweeted it out there for the public to see, or tweeted other things using the ALC201 hashtag. It's been fantastic to see that going on in the first week. Thank you so much to the students doing that. But we want more, and we want more by more people. As this unit emphasises, we need to be lifelong learners, or as one wise person said in 2014, present-day social media sites might not, and probably will not, exist in the near future, at least not in their current form. So you don't just need to learn how to use what we have now, you need to learn how to use digital media generally. Give it a go. Lots of people hate Twitter and are very dubious of YouTube comment sections, but the vast majority of people who feel this way have never actually tried it out for themselves. I myself was in this very same situation a few years ago, and I was proven wrong. In fact, I proved myself wrong. So if you try it and still hate it at the end of trimester, I'm more than happy for you to delete your profiles and never go there again. But the key in this unit is to see what value these media might have for you when used in a particular way for a particular purpose. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. You will get next to nothing out of the unit if you just sit back and read what other people are saying. I think the aspirations of the students who began this meLecture to put things into practice, to contribute, to produce, to participate, are representative of a lot of students in this unit. I also wanted to make a point about these meLectures, and sorry if this doesn't relate to you as it might not, particularly considering you're watching this video. As of this moment, we have over 250 students enrolled in ALC201, and the number is still increasing. And yet I estimate, and unless large groups of students are having meLecture parties and watching it together, it's a fairly reliable estimate, that well under half of the 250 students enrolled have watched any of the first meLecture. A third of those who have watched some of it have not gone on to part 2, and even less have gone on to part 3. I told you no one wants to talk to you, no one wants to listen to you either. What? Statistics don't lie. It doesn't have to be that way. But it is that way. If you think digital media has any democratic potential that enhances learning, and why would you do this unit if you thought otherwise, then prove this moron wrong, jump online, watch the videos, make some profiles and contribute. We're now into week 2 and we've only got 9 weeks left. It'll be the same next week. Shut it! Prove him wrong. The first meLecture provides a detailed outline of the unit's approach and expectations, and you simply can't miss this stuff and expect to get the most out of the unit. Can you take over for a bit? Sure. Let me put it another way. Imagine what it would be like if every student enrolled in the unit tweeted once and wrote one brief reflection on a topic underneath one of these meLecture videos per week. That would mean that each week we would have 500 interactions for the unit that would only take between 1 and 2 minutes at the absolute most on behalf of every student. So are these statistics about meLecture views relevant to this year, 2015? Well, the short answer is yes. We have over 200 students enrolled in the unit now, and less than half of those have even watched the 7-minute welcome video that's been up for a couple of weeks. And keep in mind that these videos are also shared by Google+, Twitter, my blog, and they might have been accessed by tutors in seminars to show a couple of minutes, and I always check the videos a couple of times to make sure they've worked properly and get the links to part 1, part 2 and part 3 working. So I'd actually estimate that only half the students again have watched part 1 of meLecture 1. And you can see the drop-off here as well. Please do not simply skip over content from previous weeks. There is just too much important advice to miss out on. And I won't necessarily put the crucial stuff in part 1. I will often hide assessment advice in different sections of these videos, and part of that's coming up later in this one. Now before we move forward with this week's topic, I wanted to introduce you to a new segment. This week's movie of the week is Chat Room, a film by the director of the horror film The Ring. It's been described by one reviewer as depicting an anti-social network. It's about 5 lonely adolescents who meet for the very first time online. They form a chat room called the Chelsea Teens. The film explores issues of depression, pedophilia, cyberbullying and suicide. It's a really happy film, check it out.